Business, everybody. It's Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Still freezing in the Bud and Bunker, hence why I'm using these mainly as earmuffs rather than as headphones. But it's Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Check them out. As per usual, over 25 years in the business. 3 stories to talk about today. 3 transfer rumour stories. And they're all pretty exciting rumours. Let's crack into it. Let's talk forwards first. And according to reports, West Ham have reportedly been offered the chance to sign Lille forward Jonathan David in the January transfer window, with the Canadian international potentially on the move before the end of Jan. The 24-year-old has again been in excellent form for Lille this season so far, 17 goals and 5 assists in 27 appearances in all competitions. But, and here's the big but, and I cannot lie, I love big butts. His contract with the French club expires in the summer. And again, MO of West Ham in terms of recruitment tends to be looking at players entering the final months of their contract. So he can sign a pre-contract agreement now for a free transfer in the summer. Or Lille may decide to cash in January to get something for nothing, to be honest. There's a host of speculation surrounding his future. Big clubs, bigger than West Ham, are going to be like Barcelona, believed to be among his admirers. And it appears that Lille have given up hope of trying to convince him of a new deal. It was the Liga's club president earlier, I think it was in November or December, basically saying that we weren't going to sell him in January. We haven't received the offers for him. His situation is simple. We are very happy to have you with us. Last off-season, he had 1 year left of his contract. We could qualify for the Champions League. When you have a guy who scores 20 to 25 goals a season, we have no obligation to sell him. However, that position has somewhat changed, and Lille have now come to terms with the fact that David will not be signing a new contract with them. And an offer of around 20 to 25 million quid is therefore to be considerably considered by the club. The report claims that West Ham have been offered the chance to make a move for him, which will be fascinating to see if we do, because apparently we've got no money. So maybe we can find a bit of spare change down the back of Danny Krasinski's sofa. Who knows? But fantastic player. Would he really fit the Graham Potter setup? That's the interesting thing. You know, he tends to have more of a target man up front, but potentially, I mean, sometimes he has played a couple up top as well. So he's a phenomenal, striker. He's got a fantastic hit rate in League R particularly, and internationally as well. But whether he's got the kahunas to do it in the Premier League, we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of forwards, let's talk about Marcus Rashford, shall we? According to TalkSport, West Ham have been asked to be kept informed of the Rashford situation. We understand that his future is somewhat uncertain at Man United after he's recently been dropped by Ruben Amorim, the new head coach there. And the 27-year-old has admitted he's ready for a new challenge away from Old Trafford. And United are apparently open to offers. West Ham would only consider a loan move, but Rashford knows that he's more likely to probably join, I'd say, a top European side, the likes of Napoli, Juventus, AC Milan. Napoli just signed Philip Billing for like 8 million quid, which is mental. Borussia Dortmund was interested with him as well. It's understood the Red Devils are resigned to the fact that they cannot sell him this month, so a loan deal is their only real option. Rashford may become the latest player to swap United for West Ham after Aaron Wan-Bissaka obviously completed a permanent move last summer. Arguably our most impressive signing this season, and he's starting in 18 of the 20 Premier League appearances so far. Jesse Lingard enjoyed a strong loan spell, as we know. The second half of the 2021 season, 9 goals and 4 assists in 16 outings, despite obviously being linked permanently with a permanent switch every transfer window. Rashford is thought to be on about 300 grand a week, so it would involve them paying probably 2/3 of their wages to cover the cost of a loan spell. But never say never with West Ham, innit? Never say never. Particularly if we move along some of our fringe players. You know, we've been linked with a move out for Nicholas Fulkrug, a move out for Guido Rodriguez. Monaco is sniffing around for Alvarez. Obviously, there's still speculation around Caduce's long-term future at the club. The likes of Nerfiged and players like that are out on loan, which could turn into a permanent deal. And then, the money could be available. But there's no doubt he's a good player, but I just can't see it happening, in all honesty, at West Ham. And lastly, let's talk about another English international, with reports claiming that Potter has asked the board to make Ben Chilwell his first West Ham signing. We were linked to him a while ago already, looking at almost like an 18-month loan deal on the cards. And the new report states that Potter is confident of using his connections at Chelsea to land Chilwell for West Ham. The 28-year-old England left-back has been totally frozen out by Enzo Maresco, and not even making the Chelsea's Premier League squad at all. I mean, the move could be bad news for someone like Emerson, who obviously we signed from Chelsea. This season hasn't been a very good season for him. There was talk of him maybe going back to Roma, potentially. If we brought in Ben Chilwell, that would surely mean that Emerson's time at the club would probably be up. There might be slight reservations about the progress of Ollie Scarl's development into the first team squad by bringing in someone like Ben Chilwell. However, I think he would learn a lot from Ben in the same way he'd learn a lot from Emerson, so his development wouldn't be curtailed as such. The report claims the move for Chilwell will see West Ham also move on Vladimir Sufal, who, as we know, has been linked to a number of Turkish clubs. I mean, obviously triggered his 1-year contract extension recently. I mean, not only is Chilwell a good player, but he's homegrown as well. And if he went to play a back four and you got Chilwell as left back and Wan-Bissaka as the right back, arguably that is one of the best fullback pairings in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. And even if he decides to play three at the back and potentially could have Chilwell as that left-sided wing back, he's someone that he's used to playing in that position under Potter anyway. And arguably probably that area probably needs more work than I'd say the right-hand side, in my opinion. But I'm only a fat bloke in Hornchurch talking to a webcam. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time as per usual. We'll have the starting 11 show a little bit later on. Go back and check out our live show we had this afternoon. Have your say Friday. Lots to talk about. And we've got a game as well tonight. So we've got the starting 11 show and stuff like that coming out very soon. So take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Irons.